Poor Bimo. Is Bimo all alone in this world? Bimo explains.
One day, everyone was a skeleton. Then, Jerry came.
Yeah, that kind of explains everything. What? Oh, hold on, wait. No, it doesn't. Bimo has an idea on how to fix their remote. He'll just use his robot heart to jumpstart it.
Yes, feels great! It's working!
It works, but the strain is too much for his little robot body. Poor Bimo sacrifices himself to help Fionna, Cake, and Simon. Oh, Bimo, no! They bury Bimo and go look for the Jerry guy. Inside the igloo, they find Jerry, aka the Lich. He's an all-powerful being with a taste for destruction, but he seems kind of bummed out. He managed to get rid of all of the life in this world, but now he's lost. What do you do when you fulfilled your life's mission? Then Fionna does something completely unexpected. She pulls a magic crown out of her bag. She's had it this whole time? She found it when they were at Ice King's old home. Fionna doesn't want to force Simon to become the sad guy she saw in the tapes.
Simon, you can't change into that super sad guy.
Plus, she's scared. Will changing her world also change her friends? Simon insists on going through with it, but first, he needs to get to his Betty. He pulls on the power of the Lich to do the ritual again. A glowing blue portal opens in the back of Simon's head, and Fionna and Cake run through it. Then a red portal opens up beneath him, just as Scarab appears. This guy just has the worst timing I've ever seen. Simon and Scarab disappear into the void. In episode 9, Fionna and Cake finally return home. They did it! Now all Simon has to do is put the magic crown back on his head and the magic should flow right back in. Meanwhile, Simon finds himself in a dark void with green Tetris blocks floating around. Simon faces the remains of his beloved Betty. She's now a monstrous force of chaos, with many eyes and a smile only a mother could love. Known as Golbetty, aka Golb. It was Betty who saved Simon from being Ice King by morphing with Golb. He feels like he's wasted the chance that Betty gave him, but now he can find a purpose to his sad little life by helping Fionna and Cake. He starts to put the crown on his head and is zapped into another universe. Simon's body stays trapped with Golb, while his mind pops into the body of a little white cat creature. This little cat guy is on an adventure with his big orange dog friend.
The episode starts off with two friends, Beth and Shermie, who live roughly 1,000 years after the outcome of the Great Gumball War.
At Simon's request, they visit a nearby library and find a book about the magic crown.
This world's Simon Petrikov wrote a history of the crown too.
This isn't just a normal story, it's a choose-your-own-adventure book, if you will. It follows two adventurers named Casper and Nova in search of the legendary magic crown. Simon, in his new weird little body, and the big orange dog sit down to read the story together. Meanwhile, Fionna and Cake find their friends, Gary and Marshall Lee. They don't believe Fionna about her adventures at first.
Simon, what's the holdup?
But it's hard to ignore a talking, shape-shifting cat. Back in the void, Scarab is left with Simon and Golb. Simon is frozen in place with the crown held inches from his head. Scarab tries to take advantage of this and destroy Simon, but Golb won't let him. She turns him into a bunch of creepy crawly red bugs. The Scarab bugs scramble up Simon to escape from Golb. They skitter into the blue portal on Simon's head and out into Fionna's world. In episode 10, Simon continues the adventure of Casper and Nova. He's convinced that it'll tell him something about the crown and why Golb sent him there.
I have to decode the secrets of this book.
He reaches the final chapter and is faced with another choice. He can either let Nova hold the gate to the crown open and get crushed, or he can save her with a potion and forget her forever. Those are both horrible choices. Simon wishes he had more options to choose from. The big dog gently suggests that there might have been more options if Simon hadn't picked Casper's choice every single time.
Maybe there would be, if you hadn't picked Casper's options every time.
Did he really do that? Simon didn't even realize. He thought Casper and Nova were adventuring together, in love, and happy. And they kind of were, but not on equal footing. Sound familiar, Simon? Simon's mind leaves the cat creatures. He sees a vision of what might have been with Betty if he had gotten on the bus with her that day. He's been selfish without even realizing it. Betty was happy to follow him as he chased his dreams, but he did nothing to support her in return. If he had, maybe they would have had better choices in the end.
This isn't how it happened.
No.
But there are no do-overs in life. Simon makes his peace with Betty, choosing to have no regrets and appreciate what they had together. Simon can't change the past, but he can do something to help Fionna and Cake's future. While he's been battling his inner demons, they've been fighting the very real Scarab. Fionna and Cake's universe shouldn't exist, so Scarab has been destroying it piece by piece.